I almost gave up on branding agencies until I read this book right here, The Brand Gap. It's by Marty Neumeyer. About halfway through, pretty good read, very good read. And the reason why I have such a hard time with branding agencies, the reason why I kind of come after them pretty strong is like 95% of the branding agencies that I've worked with, that I have tried to sell, like whether it be like the very raw essence of their brand, whether that be something that could go well with their branding and like their ability to scale and show leadership, or whether it's like their interaction with a client that I'm trying to sell domain name to. It has, for the most part, they're missing the mark on domain names, like the power of a domain name, like why domain names are important in branding. Now, I'm going to preface this conversation by this: like I am not in, like I'm one spoke of the wheel for the branding conversation. Okay, is media options. I mean, we sell the raw version of a brand, and we help companies acquire the raw version of their brand online. Okay, now I'm not in creative. We don't do like color schemes. We don't do logo generation. We don't tell them like how to talk about their brand and culture. That's just not what we do. But what we do in as far as selling domains and helping companies acquire domains is a foundational asset to branding. Again, I'm going to share with you just one sentence here in the beginning of this book here. It's a foundational asset to branding. And yet over and over again, the branding agencies, they just don't get it. I mean, in fact, actually, like I think they're some of the rudest people that come back to me. Hey, stop emailing me, get lost, blank you, you name it. I've heard it over and over again. I mean, I've had it to where we're brokering a domain name of a major branding agency in LA or San Francisco. They're using like LLC or something on the back end. And guess what? Like the very CEO was sending emails to our client, who, by the way, owned the domain name well before they were even a thought and even of existence. Okay, very CEO like is sending things to his assistant saying, "Hey, go and do this, this, and this." Okay, so like a prime example of email security, a prime example of one of the 7 dimensions. Now I talk about like positioning and global positioning and leadership positioning. I mean, equally is very important. How many brands are out there that can call themselves the same keyword, the same thing as your brand? Now it's interesting because you can come up with the coolest branding scheme in the world, and yet there's another brand that just dominates the conversation. How are you ever going to have your brand stand out? I mean, it's almost impossible. It's like having 2 people called Tom Cruise. Okay, I get it. You might be Tom Cruise, but listen, like, when someone goes to search for you, like, they're not going to see you, right? The same thing happens with branding over and over again. Over and over again. I just see it over and over and over again. I mean, there's this global positioning. I talked this about Kraken and Kraken Rum and how Kraken Rum today, I mean, they can put money into advertising, but guess what? It's purely direct response marketing. I mean, they get their return and then it's done. It's not this compounding effect because you built a great brand. Now, just on page 11 here, and I think this really captures the essence of domain names. He says, trust creation is a fundamental goal of brand design. Listen, trust creation. I say this like domains are about creating trust, like simplicity, creating this effortless path for your consumer, and that's rewarded with trust. Okay, and trust is rewarded with loyalty, with this thing we call brand equity, this intangible aspect of you owning your brand. And when you don't own the raw version of your brand, when you allow more companies out there to own that, it's the biggest risk you have to your brand. And it's something that's just, it's so fundamental, it's so easy to get over. Okay, now what happens is that most companies, they understand this, they get this, but in reality there's this self-doubt. They don't know that they can do it. They don't really believe in themselves that, hey, this investment is one that's worth it. It's easy to hire a new person. It's easy to go and maybe put some money into marketing, direct response marketing, but it's not easy to put that investment down to owning your brand, because it shows you're all in. But in the same sense, it's like, can I get it? Like, do I believe in myself enough? And those brands that do, those founders that do, they go on to dominate their space. They go on to dominate their brand. They go on to dominate the leadership positioning. Okay, branding, marketing, SEO, the ability to scale. And there's so many benefits to acquiring your brand. Okay, now I'm only a little bit into this book. I'm going to dissect it more. I think it's great. I haven't read a branding book in a while because I haven't just found one that really resonates with me. And Marty has done a great job here. And by the way, he gets domains names, okay? He gets domain names in my limited interaction with them. So go out and check this book out, buy this book. And Yeah, that's it. I really want to share this quick thought for you. If you found any value, share it up. Go on over to chriszuiker.com. Check out my podcast I do every single day. Check out dnx.com. I got a lot of great domain names. Check out mediaoptions.com and share it up.